So I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about education. Last week, our city, Kalamazoo, was honored by the visit of President Barack Obama. It's the first time a sitting president has ever spoken at a high school graduation, and we were all thrilled in this community. And President Obama came here because he believes that Kalamazoo is doing something about education which needs to be a model for the country. And what we have done here is removed one of the key obstacles towards our young people getting a college education and getting the education and the skills that they need to succeed. And I'm talking about the Kalamazoo Promise. In this city, a group of very generous, wealthy people have put up an amazing amount of money, and they guarantee college tuition for any student who has graduated from our public schools. That's a wonderful gift. But it's not enough. We know that by that gift, they have removed one obstacle towards a college education. But if we want our young people to get the college education or the training that they need to succeed in this age, in this world, where they are in competition not only with people in the United States, but with technologically advanced countries around the world, if we want our young people to be competitive, we have to do a lot more to make sure that they get through high school and that they get the skills that they need to succeed in college. Now, if we're going to do that, fortunately, there are models out there that we can replicate. And the one model that I would put before you this morning is the Harlem Children's Zone. The Harlem Children's Zone, which was started in a very, very difficult and poor area of New York, is doing an amazing job getting their young people in that area through school, into college, and into careers. We could replicate that here. Now, what does the Harlem Children's Zone do? They have three principles that they work on. One is that you have to start as early as possible. So they start with a baby college, which means that they take parents of newborns and teach them how to keep their kids healthy and how to prepare them for school. The second thing that they do is once they lay their hands on a kid, they don't let that child go until they're through high school and into college. They have what they call a pipeline. And in each stage of that pipeline, they have researched what are the best practices to help those young people develop at each stage of their growth. And then the third principle that they work on is they know that those young people won't succeed unless their families succeed. And so what they focus on is putting supports for families so that those children can live in homes where they have a decent support and they come to school ready to learn. So they're the three main elements in that model. Start as early as possible, keep your programs focused on that child from the beginning until the very end of graduation of high school, and focus not only on the child, but the family. They've done this with amazing success, and we could do it here. We're in a better shape in many of our communities in this congressional district to provide those services, much better shape than they were when they started in Harlem. And they've succeeded, and we can succeed too. Now, there's people that are going to say, that's an expensive program. Well, it's true, it is an expensive program. It costs about $5,000 per year per child. It costs $25,000 to $30,000 per year to keep a young person in a juvenile detention center or in a jail. It's a bargain to invest. And what do we get at the end? If we send a young person to jail, most of the time we end up with a broken young person. If we put the supports in place to help a young person through school and into college or into a career, we end up with a citizen who is going to contribute to our community, who is going to pay taxes, who is going to help us in our community to build our community. So investment in education, investment in our young people is a tremendous bargain. It's actually the best investment that we can make. So we need a new policy. We need a congressman who's going to not only advocate but fight for this kind of a policy. A congressman who's going to say, we need to put our young people first. We need to invest in our young people. We need to cut the resources that we're spending on endless war and invest them in our young people. That's the congressman that I will be in Washington.